the show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Perez.
I'm Candace Bailey. We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
Color me excited. On the show today, the Deer Hunter. Live, everybody. Not Russian Roulette, by the way. It's the greatest rock band in the world, in my oh-so-humble opinion. And they're going to bring down the house during their first TV performance. Oh. Cherry gets a brokey. Oh, don't say it like never mind. And today's Gadget Prong brings you a tiny PC that can control a massive home theater. So close the blinds and you can start streaming all over your living room.
I'm liking everyone in this room today. All right. Then I'm liking the vibe today. That's honestly, yeah.
I think there was like an obvious pander to the crowd that didn't work.
No, it didn't work. Then whip out your wand. Because Grace Helbig asks the Hogwarts gang inappropriate questions. And before you head down to Comic-Con, find out what Blair Butler picked as her top 3 graphic novels of the year. Plus a look at the next big thing.
All right, big show. Big show.
Let's see some web videos,
All right.
shall we?
Around the net, all right, yeah, here we go. Quick before we begin, the very special Around the Net. Today's Around the Net is dedicated to Bruce Green. This is his last attack of the show. So I just want to say, if this Around the Net sucks, blame it on the quitter. I'm kidding. I love you, Bruce Green. We love you, Bruce Green. We heart you. All right, so this one's for you, Bruce. I think Bruce would agree with me here. Some days aren't right unless you start them out with a good old-fashioned car jump.
So here's a European General Lee. Hillbillies too?
They do. Europe does have hillbillies. It's true. Instead of drinking moonshine, though, and hating on Obama, they drink tea. And then they hate on Obama. It's a slight variation, but it's classy. Socialist.
And at number 4, another proud moment for science.
Yes, while we're rightfully terrified of robots taking over the world, there are, in fact, some robots that aren't so bad. That looked like a next generation Fleshlight or something.
That is not what that was.
Yeah, like a big
was.
mouth bass crossed with a sex toy. That's what it was. And singing is not what I would use a robot mouth for. Let me just clarify.
Kevin, you know, saying stuff like that is a real turnoff for girls.
I don't need girls now that there's a robot mouth. Don't you realize that? I'm telling you, if you can hack one of those mouths with a Roomba, you have a robot I will marry. I'll call her Mrs. Pereira. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Gross. Our number 3
Let's say I want to have sex with a Roomba. I want to have sex with the robot mouth and then let it clean my kitchen. Like a classy lady.
I have no words, Kevin. I have no words. Our number 3 video is from Australia.
Yay, Australia!
Oi, 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 Crocodile Dundee! Shrimps on the barbie! Bloomin' onion! Foster's beer!
All right.
Never claimed to be from Australia.
No, that was perfect. We used to be on in Australia. This video...
Mess with me today.
No, that was perfect. Spot on. This video has nothing to do... Did I just get put in a corner? Like a magical little corner?
Yes.
All right, thank you. This video has nothing to do with whatever Candace just said. Instead, it's another great moment in daytime TV, courtesy of Australia's Today Show. And it has an amazing host, Carl Stefanovic.
Excellent cast.
Just wait for the lure to land. Still going. There we go.
Wow.
Woo!
Here we go.
It's out there. And it's come. There we go.
You got a duck.
I got a bird. I got a bird. I got a.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'd go to
That's
another
enough.
shot.
Okay, stop now, stop now. Stop
Yeah.
now, stop now, stop now. That's enough. Well, that didn't end well, did it? Peking duck, anyone?
I think, oddly enough, we're going to go now live to Australia. We're going to talk to the duck that... Oh, I see.
We apologize. Our guest is having difficulty communicating. We'll try to get to the bottom of this issue as soon as possible.
But the issue is that he's dead.
Kevin.
Well, the duck was dragged across the lake by a hook that he swallowed. I mean, that's the issue.
Kevin, that is...
More later on that.
You're making me really sad.
Satellite up.
Today's number 2 item is exciting on a number of levels. It features flames, bodily gases, and tight jeans on a lady.
Yes. Attack of the Show is proud to present... can't have a tight jean fetish? Guess not.
Bodily gases?
The show... Well, yeah, that too.
Ew.
Attack of the Show is proud to present what we believe to be the very first video of a female lighting her farts.
Why didn't she just sit down?
It's a lot hotter that way. I would pay $30 a month for that website. I mean, I would subscribe to that with no problem. I didn't know rainbows and wishes were flammable. That's the crazy thing. They don't fart,
Learn
gentlemen.
something every day.
She's like the Susan B. Anthony of methane.
Lady Pioneer, we salute you. Oh, stinky.
That was Candace. We recorded that in pre-show, actually. So, good job, Candace Bailey. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, that was me.
It sounded a little Australian. That was nice. Still ahead, we're going to change the way you look at dogs forever.
It's coming up right after this.
I'm going to grab a lighter if you want to.
Hey, I can't. I don't toot. Girls don't toot.
Oh, Hello, welcome back.
In at number 1 today, a video for dog lovers by the Comedy Wizards at the UCB Midnight Show.
And when she says dog lovers, she really means like dog lovers.
Yeah.
At Hermer's Dog French Kissing School, your dog will walk in a mutt and walk out a man. What makes me an expert? I've kissed men of all ages. Now I can give your dog my years of expertise. I've talked to the police and they say it's cool. So enroll your dog in Hermer's School of French Kissing for Dogs. And then get in there. Come here.
That was great. That last part reminded me of our chemistry test.
Would you like to explain, Kevin?
No, I
what you're
wouldn't.
saying?
No,
No,
I'd rather not
I would really appreciate it if you would go further.
I would like it to remain unsaid. But I would admit, I wouldn't kiss a dog.
Interesting.
I will do a lot for the show, but I wouldn't kiss a dog.
Of course not. You have no idea where their mouth has been.
No, I know
Gross.
exactly where it's been. It's been all over its genitals. And the area between its genitals and the tail, and probably the toilet, and the dead squirrel, a cat's litter box, maybe my genitals. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely been in a lot of places, so I'm not going to kiss it. That's all I'm saying. And now it's time for another of our Ayatollah updates, everybody.
Again so soon? What the mullah?
Whether they're strolling the public market or making important decisions in Islamic jurisprudence, our Ayatollahs are just like us. When he's not declaring fatwas against President Ahmadinejad for trying to allow women into soccer stadiums, Grand Ayatollah Shir Muhammad Kabuli just wants to cool down. The holy man was spotted enjoying an ice cream in the city of Qum just last week. Sources say his favorite flavor is rose petal. Just watch that beach figure, Grand Ayatollah. It's shearing season for the livestock of Mazandaran, but it looks like it might also apply to Ayatollah Hossein Ali Bakari, too. Sources are saying the cleric's beard has gotten a bit unkempt lately. I know growing a beard is a sunnah, Ayatollah, but buy yourself a pair of clippers already, or at least let our weavers use some of it. And finally, surf's up for Ayatollah Fadil Mehdi Khani. The cleric of Canada recently took a break from teaching social ethics in Toronto to take a trip to the coast of British Columbia. He was spotted surfing, hiking, and according to one resident, looking, quote, very relaxed while riding the Vancouver SkyTrain for several hours. Even Ayatollahs need to sightsee, I guess. That's all for today's Ayatollah update. I'll see you guys next month at Burning Man. Remember, if you spot an Ayatollah out on the town, be sure to let us know. Peace be upon you.
Well, show's pretty diverse today, is it not? Right now, Blair Butler is getting you ready for Comic-Con with her top 3 comics of the year.
Despite all the cosplayers, booths, and celebrities, the San Diego Comic-Con is still all about comic books. So before you head down to the whale's vagina next week, here are the top 3 comics of 2011 so far that are essential reading. Starting the list at number 3, it's The Walking Dead Volume 14. Robert Kirkman's zombie survival masterpiece has already spawned a hit TV series, but after 14 volumes, The Walking Dead continues to enthrall and keep readers in suspense with this current No Way Out storyline. As the survivors struggle against overwhelming hordes of the undead, we're not going to spoil it for you, but Volume 14 contains one of the most shocking moments in the entire series to date and is a definite pickup for any Walking Dead fan. The second best title of the year goes to the latest volume of Lock and Key. Centered around a mysterious New England mansion with doors that magically grant people special abilities, this dark, murderous fantasy tale comes from writer Joe Hill, son of horror legend Stephen King, and artist Gabriel Rodriguez. If you can find the Lock and Key trades, this Eisner Award nominee is another must-have series. And our favorite trade of the year so far goes to Vertigo's Day Tripper. This poetic tale follows the life of a Brazilian obituary writer who spends his days chronicling the life and death of everyday people. But at the end of every issue, our protagonist meets his own grim end at a different point in his lifetime. It's a beautiful and moving story that every comic book reader needs to add to their collection. And while those may be the best graphic novels released so far this year, the next big thing is destined to be the violent noir thriller Criminal: Last of the Innocent. And you can check it out at Graphically right now for $1.99. So whether you're a Comic-Con veteran or a first-time attendee, these are the books that you need to add to your must-read list.
Here's something fun. You know, usually you have to be a poor kid or in a burn hospital to have someone give you free comics. Not anymore.
GTV.com is teaming up with the Graphically Comic Reading app to hook you up with free comics. Blair Butler is picking one comic each week to give you absolutely free. Now you can download the app on iTunes and go to G4TV.com/Fresh Ink for more info.
I'm interneting. Don't mind me, just interneting. And you don't have to take a survey. You don't have to get in Blair's comic van. You just get free comics. It's nice and easy. Yeah.
We're going to help turn your living room into a movie theater.
Step 1, let homeless people sleep in it. Step 2, get today's Gadgetron.
Having a home theater PC is nice, but most people aren't going to put a full-size computer in their living room. Enter Dell's Inspiron Xeno. This little 8x8-inch box uses an AMD quad-core processor, ATI Radeon graphics, and a 1TB hard drive to easily stream media or record TV. There's even an option for a Blu-ray drive, so you'll be able to watch anything you want, when you want, starting at $300. Here she is. Now, it's just the right size. What are you doing over there?
I interneted too hard and my mic came off. And we're back!
It's just the right size for a home theater PC because you can drop it right next to your TV and it won't even be in the way at all.
Yeah, it's also got plenty of connection options. I know that's your favorite thing.
It's my favorite.
VGA and HDMI out. Watch out, ladies.
I'm gonna be so excited.
4 USBs. Go ahead, count them. Jerk. You didn't believe me? There's 4. There's wired or Wi-Fi internet connections, but if you're streaming a lot of media, you're going to want to go on the wired side of things. There's even, get this, a Blu-ray drive, because some people still watch movies that come on discs.
Like myself.
They do.
They include a wireless keyboard to control it, but it's got this really weird and annoying trackball thing on it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this trackball whatsoever.
Me neither.
It's okay. It's not a perfect system. The trackball is not very accurate. Even if you move the scrolling speed all the way down in the operating system, it still just feels off.
It took me like 5 minutes to get to one spot on there.
Yeah, there's no like gray area with it. You're either scrolling across the entire screen or it's not moving at all. The keyboard itself feels solid, but if Dell can't make a keyboard by now, they should get out of the business. It's not backlit, which is a bit of a frustration. This is a home theater PC, so the lights might be dim. The keyboard should be backlit. And we wish it had a directional pad like the Review, or even a trackpad. That's going to be a lot more accurate.
That would be a lot easier
than the trackball. Now, you can connect any other mouse or keyboard if you don't want to use this thing.
Which is good. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth, so it'll go just fine.
Now, how fast would it be able to turn on and start browsing the web?
It's about as quick as a netbook, so 55 seconds, give or take.
That's not bad.
It's quick. To be fair, you're probably going to leave this device on all the time. You might let it go to sleep, but it'll stay on and you'll switch to it when you want to watch something. And that is an important sentence because there's no pass-through. The devices like the Logitech Review, and I think Sony has a box as well, that allow you to connect your cable box to the home theater PC or to the digital device, and then that goes to your TV. So on this one, if you want to watch it, you have to switch to it as another input. You can't get the TV through it.
You have to push a button?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I know that
So
can be
is it so?
I can't lie to you. It is so.
Okay, all right. I think I'm okay with that. Now, I'd say the most important thing about the Xeno is how well it streams internet video. So what do you think?
It's really good, actually. Whether it was streaming off of a flash site or a pay site like Netflix, it looks great. Of course, it's high def. And we saw little to no stuttering, which was good. And again, this is an actual computer, so you don't have to worry about blocked content. A lot of times with Google TV-like devices, the websites detect that you're trying to watch their content and they block you. Because execs are freaking out about the internet. They're just now discovering it. So they don't block it with this thing, which is good.
Awesome. How did the rest of our tests turn out?
Not bad. The productivity test scored above average. Don't expect to do heavy video editing on this device. If you want a game, you can. Gaming tests, they were a little below average, but surprisingly, we played Team Fortress 2 pretty well on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, the Xeno's
mostly because there's a bunch of noobs running around in Team Fortress. It's free to play now, so even with the trackball, we were burning them with the pyro. Suckers.
All right, the Xeno's price has been dropping for a few months now, so you can get the base model for $300, which we don't really recommend.
Right.
It's underpowered. Or the one we have here for $500. What are we rating it?
3 out of 5. If you want a solid streaming media device that will be able to access anything on the web, this is a good choice. Now, if you're looking for something a little cheaper or potentially easier to use, you might want to go with the Logitech Review, but again, keep in mind a lot of the content is blocked on that.
All right, that's it for today's Gadgetron. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetron@g4tv.com. Still ahead, Sarah Underwood makes the news sexy.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
There's the news. And who cares? Sarah Underwood.
Then Grace Helbig puts a spell on the cast of Harry Potter and probably accidentally kills someone. She's still in training.
Oh. And later, the Deer Hunter performs live! Sit, and your ears will thank you.
Is it possible for a guy to grow out of porn?
Growing tired of porn is not uncommon as we age. And indeed, it's a sign that you are dead.
Hey folks, Comic-Con is just a week away and no one is more excited about it than Sarah Underwood.
Citizens, prepare to be busted.
Okay.
Come on, guys, up here. Start the feed.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
It's Thursday, July 14th, and here are your top stories. Listen up, music lovers. If Pandora doesn't quite do it for you anymore, let me introduce you to Spotify. The all-you-can-eat music service that made waves in Europe just opened its doors to stateside users. The American version of Spotify lets people navigate and listen to as much of the 15 million song library as they want for free, with a few ads, of course. For $5 a month, you can nix the ads, and for $10, you can stream and store songs for offline listening on your mobile device. It's invite only for the time being, with a wide rollout coming in the next few weeks. Yay, free music! Yeah! And the Nintendo 3DS now streams Netflix, but it's only in 2D for now. Owners of Nintendo's glasses-free 3D device can now head to Nintendo's eShop and download the Netflix application for free. While the selection of movies is only 2D at the moment, Nintendo said additional movies that can be viewed in glasses-free 3D will be available soon. The people at Kotaku also found that Netflix might offer 3D streaming beyond the 3DS in the near future. But knowing Netflix, they'll probably make 3D a separate plan and charge $10 extra a month, right? Right. Hey you. Yeah, you. What? You like comics, right? Yeah. And Blair Butler? Yeah. Okay. Well, good news. Blair has her very own comic coming out, and we have a special sneak peek. Yay, Blair, yes! Heart is a 4-issue limited series released by Image Comics. It's the story of a young cage fighter and his violent rise to fame in the world of MMA. The whole series is written by our very own Blair Butler, with art by Kevin Mellon and letters by Crank. The first issue is expected to hit shelves this winter, so when the time comes, get your ass to the local comic book store and show Blair some love. Or else I'll bust you, and you won't like it. Or maybe you will. You will like it. Well, they'll like it, but still. And finally, true sci-fi fanboys will be happy to hear that the first teaser is out for the long-awaited adaptation of Edgar Rice Burroughs' classic Martian war story. Here's John Carter.
Mr. Burroughs, I'm afraid I bring sad tidings.
Your uncle's passing came as a shock to all of us.
Where am I? My body is a cage that keeps me from dancing with the one I love.
Our world is dying. Fate has brought you here, John Carter.
My mind holds the key.
You may be the only one who can save us.
I saw you, I believed it was a sign that something new can come into this world.
John Carter hits theaters March 9th, 2012. I'm Bustus, and you've just been busted.
these guys over here. Got them.
Thanks, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Huh?
The last Harry Potter movie is in theaters right now, and Grace Helbig chatted with the Hogwarts graduates.
Interview him, Junkido.
School is out, woohoo! But half the class is dead. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Hogwarts is vandalized by Voldemort and his Legion of Doom in the epic conclusion of the $2 billion franchise.
Hogwarts is threatened. Man the boundaries, protect us.
Hogwarts seems like a hub of Gryffindor fascism. They segregate the Slytherin house. They hate you guys. Were you excited to see it burn to the ground?
It was mixed emotions, actually, seeing the castle come down, because it was kind of, it was like cool, and then kind of like, oh.
It was quite shocking, really, to see it. I mean, these sets have almost been kind of second homes to us. We've kind of grown up in them, and suddenly this guy just came in massive hammers and started ripping it all down and setting fire to it.
Okay, Matthew, I saw the bruises, and you can tell me, who gave those to you?
I was Electo Caro. It's one of the Death Eaters.
You should never put yourself in a relationship that isn't going to treat you with respect.
I should have got out of there when I could.
Yeah.
Yeah! You who's help me!
You had about 10 years of sexual frustration with the lovely Hermione, and you finally sealed the deal. Was it hot or super hot?
Neither, actually. It was a tricky one, actually, to do. I've known Emma so long, since she was 9, and just the thought of kissing her just seemed like the most unnatural thing. I just remembered, like, leaning in, and her face was getting, her lips were getting closer and closer to mine. It just felt like really wrong.
Harry talks in his sleep. Have you noticed?
No, of course not. With all of the fighting, is there actual wand choreography, or is it a lot of just like that?
I would confess that
Could
was
you show
very
me?
amateur what you just did
Okay,
there.
then show me the professional way to wield a wand.
Okay, wand practice.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing they'll teach you is that this thing here is like the end of a gun. So if I'm going for you, it's got to be like a real...
I felt it.
I know magic outside Hogwarts, so I wouldn't dare do anything like that.
It's pretty intense.
Yes,
well,
for
good
sure.
thing I've never held a gun before. So, this is good practice.
This is it. What a life.
Sorry, I'm a muggle. I have to.
Scared the
every now
life
and
out of
then.
me.
Sorry.
I don't know what's going to come out.
Surprise! Was there any experimentation? Anyone?
Where are you going with this?
Was there any wand touching?
Was there wand crossing? Definitely not.
No.
Strict wand law.
Ah.
Across wands, mate.
I think I'm a great wizard, and I think that I have the capability to be in Hogwarts, and I want to prove that to you. Okay, so take a look at these cards, and I'm going to, with wizarding powers, start naming them. Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
Ace of Spades.
Uh-huh.
Ace of Spades. Now let me guess. Ready? King of Diamonds.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
Thank you. Ace of Spades.
Yep.
Ace of Spades.
That's all right.
Ace of Spades. Oh, one more, just to prove that I am as good as I say. And you, okay, let me guess. King of Diamonds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Amazing.
Yeah. Ace of Spades.
My word.
Ace of Spades.
Good lord.
Yeah. Are you still dating Luna?
I'm not, no. Not now.
Do you want to go get, like, really magical coffee or something?
You can show me that again over coffee.
Oh my god, Ace of Spades.
So, my shoddy magic and 2.0 GPA isn't Hogwarts material. Whatever. After what happens in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, campus will never be the same anyways.
Only I can live forever.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, performing Filth and Squalor off their new album, The Color Spectrum. Put your hands together for the Deer Hunter.
by the will of a broken few, guided by the hands of the guilty, praised as a cure for a curse. When really this is all catastrophic, and we're tethered to the hull of a sinking ship, crashing for a breath at the surface, praying for a rose to slip. I always knew that the damned would inherit the earth. As soon as they learned to speak, we would be suffering, sucking on the scraps of a wicked well. And we were bound by need to vicious felony. Tear it down, start again, erasing every trace, so stay on scars can mend. And we will sing the way things used to be, the way things used to be, the way things used to be. I always knew that the damned would inherit the earth. As soon as they learn to speak, we would be suffering, sucking on the scraps of a wicked well. And we were bound by need to vicious felony. Tear it down, start again. I always knew that the damned would inherit the earth. As soon as they learn to speak, we would be suffering, choking on the scraps of a wicked well. We were bound by need to vicious felony. I always knew that the damned would inherit the earth. As soon as they learn to breathe, we would be suffering, sucking on the scraps of a wicked well. We were bound by need to vicious felony. Tear it down, start again.
Yes! The Deer Hunter! Hey, now I can be seen, sort of. Excellent job. That was incredible, guys. Thank you. Stick around. I'm going to chat with Casey from the Deer Hunter right after the break. That was awesome.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Good. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
Show. Joining me now, Deer Hunter frontman Casey Crescenzo, everybody. Hello. I've lost sleep over your appearance on the show, the band's appearance. I'm giddy with anticipation. This is Bieber level of importance to me. I want you to know that. So if I could just get it out for a second, can we get like 10 seconds on the clock? I just want to stare at you longingly, and if you could just speak to me using only your eyes, and just tell me why the Deer Hunter's so amazing, that'd be great.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I get it now. I wasn't convinced before, but I get it now.
Yeah.
I have followed you throughout every band you've been in. Deer Hunter, by far, one of my favorite bands, if not my favorite band of all time. So thank you for gracing the stage. But tell me, you have this overarching story which you guys are telling as a band in Acts 1, 2, and 3, which are out already. Then you have the Color Spectrum, which is like 9 EPs based off of the Color Spectrum, right, in black and white.
Yes.
How does that differ from the main storyline?
I think just they're just not really related at all.
Okay.
It's kind of just a big break from that massive undertaking to kind of take a break and do another massive undertaking. But plot or theme, it's unrelated. These songs on the Color Spectrum are inspired by the Color Spectrum, but much more as far as the lyrical content, it's much more transparently about things I've been through or my, I guess, ideas and emotions.
And it runs the spectrum, because you've got songs like Crow and Cackle, which, heaven forbid, someday I get suckered into marriage. That will be like the first dance song at my wedding. It's a beautiful song. And then you've got other songs like from the Black Album, which if you ship singles, they need to come with razor blades. Like, I feel like I just want to give you a hug. Like, what was this therapeutic for you to get these thoughts and emotions out through all these colors? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I think that when some people or I guess artists make an album or a body of work, and it has a pretty linear or concise subject matter, and it comes from like one place in their heart or they're in one spot. I think that after doing the ACT records for so long and committing to a story, that there was a lot of, pent up, not necessarily just aggression, but all emotions. So being able to run the spectrum.
Literally run the spectrum,
was really... I guess therapeutic. I think it was a really nice breath of fresh air as far as creating.
So tell me, what is so... Because you seem to be doing something right. What is so wrong and or broken with the music industry right now?
I think I would say the main thing is no one's ever going to really buy music just for the sake of buying music anymore. There's no reason...
I was unaware you could still buy music. That's awesome. That's right. So where do you go to a store? How does this work?
I don't know. Craigslist.
Oh, Craigslist.
No, I think it's a matter of people realizing that you're never going to sell. It's never going to be the kind of thing where there's a ton of bands selling 1 million records. And instead of concentrating just on sales or on selling something, you have to make something worthwhile. And you might not achieve as many sales as before, but the reason people aren't buying anything is because there's nothing special about a 10-song CD anymore. At least 90% of the music that comes out, there's nothing inherently special about it, and going the extra mile, creating something worthwhile, is what I think people need to start doing, because you can't really get away with doing something that's just the standard anymore.
Well, let's talk about going the extra mile. You drove several miles and actually went to people's living rooms to perform songs on your way from the East Coast out here to the West Coast. Was this like a casual encounters on Craigslist thing? Like you found people that needed friends and you were like, hey, I got a guitar, I'll come hang out? Or...
No, there's a group of people called, I don't think there's like an official title, but it's basically like there's a group called the Lifetime Members, which is 250 people across the country and actually around the world. And it's like a very exclusive fan club, I guess I would say, but they're all friends really. And I just wrote to them and told them I was going to be making the trek across country to go to a few different studios on the East Coast. And I said, if you guys want me to just play in your living room, it was kind of weird. I felt strange saying it, but if you want me to stop by on my way out, I'm going to be driving anyways. And, don't worry about paying me or anything like that. I just would like to play for you. And I got a good response and kind of routed myself a mini acoustic tour. And just
Were you wearing heavy Kevlar the entire time? That is a risky endeavor.
I was definitely out of my element because I'm nervous enough playing as it is, and in a really small group, I'm even more nervous.
Well, it certainly doesn't show. You rocked the hell out of this stage, and we appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming by, and good luck with the tour, man.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure meeting you, Casey. Thanks for sitting down. Casey Crescenzo, everybody. Let's hear it for him and the Deer Hunter. The band kicks off its tour Friday night. That's tomorrow, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Tomorrow in San Francisco. Head on over to the DEAR Hunter, thedeerhunter.com for dates and everything else. And now over to Miss Candace Bailey.
Thanks, Kevin. It's time to attack this camera tech. Have you always wanted to make kick-ass panoramic videos, but you haven't had the moolah to make it so? Well, now you can thanks to Dot. This little add-on will snap onto any iPhone 4 and immediately allow you to start capturing 360-degree video and images. Bring it with you everywhere from beaches to street concerts, hell, even on car rides. Dot's apps will easily turn your footage into an interactive panoramic video for you. Start your new view on Live by pre-ordering Dot for only 99 bucks. Now, anyone who's carried around a camera knows that straps can be a hassle. Well, now you can say goodbye to those horrible harnesses with Capture. This unique camera clip system allows users to store their camera directly on their belt or backpacks. Capture also features a quick release button for easy access when that perfect shot jumps out at you. Soon enough, you'll be able to use extenders to mount your DSLR on a variety of different objects, from bikes to car racks. Pre-order a Capture today via Kickstarter.com for only 50 bucks. And finally, don't you hate it when you're out on a shoot and you forget the Steadicam?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do too, I know. But with Duopod, that's no longer a problem. This all-in-one camera mount can morph into a tripod, a shoulder mount, and you guessed it, a Steadicam. I know, right? Featuring a gimbal-mounted handle, this flexible accessory replaces the different types of tripods and other devices you'd normally have to lug around with you with one lightweight device. Sadly, the Duopod is still in the prototype stages, but we hope to see it on store shelves soon. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of these camera concepts and more. Stick around, there's more Attack after this.
Number 29, grow a sweet neck beard.
Yes, you are.
This has been Things to Do While Waiting for Grandchildren.
Many, many thanks to the Deer Hunter, Sarah Underwood Bustis, and Grace Helbig.
Campus PD starts right now.
And hey, you know what? This is a message to Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters. We want you here next. Get on this damn show.
This is a
Dave
message
Grohl,
to
Foo
you.
Fighters? Yeah. I want to
Our
chat.
show.
And you can put me in a box of kitty litter. Do whatever you do to groupies. I don't care. Just get on the show, Dave
Can I
Grohl.
put you in a box of kitty litter?
If you get Foo Fighters on the show so I can interview them and they can play, yes, you can.
No, I think I'm just going to put him in a box of kitty litter. Kitty litterous boxes.
Careful with that.